Your dog has never once licked you just because they love you. Every single lick means something specific, and once you know what, you cannot unknow it. The lick this morning before your alarm went off, the one on your hand while you were sitting still, the one the moment you walked through the door. All of them different, all of them deliberate, all of them saying something you have been receiving without reading for years. There are 6 completely different things happening when your dog licks you, and most people never learn to tell them apart. Welcome to Through Dog Eyes. It started before they could see you, before a puppy's eyes open, before they can hear anything, before they have any experience of the world at all. The first thing they ever feel is their mother's tongue. She licks them to stimulate their breathing, to get their blood moving, to clear their airway, to signal in the only language available to a newborn animal that the world is safe and someone is here. That association forms before memory begins, before consciousness. It is the first thing written into them, and it never gets overwritten. When your dog licks you slowly in a quiet moment when nothing is happening and they are already settled and they just reach over and do it, what that reflects is something that old, not excitement, not hunger, something closer to the first feeling they ever had. Most owners read a lick as affection and move on. That is not wrong, but it is not the whole sentence. When your dog licks you in a calm moment, they are drawing on the very first thing their body ever learned. That you, or someone like you, means safety. They have been carrying that since before they knew you existed. Stay with us, because the next one completely changes what is actually happening the moment you walk through the door. And if this is already landing differently than you expected, subscribe to Through Dog Eyes. We are here every week. When you come home, they are not just greeting you, they are reading you. You walk through the door, your dog is immediately at your feet, licking your hands, your ankles, your face if they can reach it. You have been gone for 8 hours. You interpret this as excitement, as love, as the uncomplicated joy of a reunion. All of that is real. But something else is also happening underneath it. Your skin is a document. It carries where you have been, what you touched, who you stood near, what you ate, whether you are tired or stressed or carrying something your face has not shown yet. Your dog's nose processes scent tens of thousands of times more sensitive than yours. Every surface you passed through today left a chemical trace on your skin and clothes. The burst of licking when you arrive is partly reunion, partly investigation, partly a full update of who you are today versus who you were this morning. Watch what happens once that initial licking settles. It tends to slow and stop around the same time. What that looks like is a dog who has finished reading, who has gathered what they needed, who now knows where you have been and can finally relax. They were not just saying, "I missed you." They were saying, "Tell me everything." Sometimes a lick is not love. It is a request for peace. This is the one most owners misread completely. You lean over your dog to put on their collar. You hold them a little too tightly for a hug. You use a voice that is sharper than usual without realizing it. And your dog licks you. You feel warmth. You feel forgiven. You move on. But dogs use licking as a calming signal, a way of managing social tension before it becomes conflict. In the world, dogs come from small appeasement behaviors smooth over friction before it escalates. A lick directed at someone who is crowding you or using pressure means something closer to, "I am not a threat. Please let this stay calm." It is a polite and ancient de-escalation. The way to tell the difference is in the body around the lick. A dog licking from a loose, relaxed body, tail soft, weight easy, is expressing warmth. A dog licking while their ears are slightly back, their body is still, their weight is shifted away. That lick is working. It is doing a social job. It is not the same sentence. If you only ever read licking as love, You will miss the moments your dog is quietly asking you for something you did not know you were taking. They lick you to steady themselves. Your dog starts licking your hand the moment the doorbell rings, or when visitors arrive and the room gets loud, or when you pick up your keys and they are not sure what comes next. Not excited licking, something more rhythmic, more deliberate, the kind that does not stop. Licking is self-regulating behavior. The act itself has a calming effect on the dog's nervous system. The contact is familiar. The scent is familiar. The rhythm of the action itself provides something to hold onto when the environment feels uncertain. What that kind of licking looks like is a dog reaching for the most reliable, stable thing in their world when everything else feels like it might shift. That thing is you, not your lap, not the sofa, you specifically. Your skin, your scent, the physical fact of contact with you. When your dog licks you during stress, they are not asking you to fix the situation. They are using you to get through it. You are their anchor. The licking is just how they hold on. Where they lick tells you something specific. Your dog licks your face after you have been away, your hands when you have been working with them all day, your ankle while you are sitting reading, and occasionally, persistently, the same patch of skin on your arm or leg day after day, in a way that feels different from everything else. Face licking after a separation tends to be reunion behavior, partly emotional, partly the clearing of unfamiliar scents you picked up while away. Hand licking is more investigative. Your hands have touched the most things. They carry the most information. The licking that is pulling information is often shorter, more purposeful, and stops once it has what it came for. But targeted, repeated licking of one specific spot that keeps drawing them back, that is worth paying attention to. Dogs appear to detect changes in human body chemistry that precede medical events. There are documented cases of dogs who identified early-stage cancers, diabetic episodes, and infections through what looked initially like unusual licking behavior. Not every persistent lick is a diagnosis, but a dog who keeps returning to one specific place on your body, especially if that is new, deserves more than being pushed away. They may be reading something you have not noticed yet. The last lick of the day is its own thing. Entirely, it is late. The house has gone quiet. You are on the sofa or already in bed and your dog has settled near you. Nothing is happening, and they reach over and give you one slow, deliberate lick. Maybe two. Then they put their head down and close their eyes. This is different from every other lick in the day. It is not investigative. It is not self-regulating. It is not appeasement. The body around it is completely loose. The timing is always the same. It happens when the day is over and they are already safe, and they have already found their place. And they just do it anyway. Researchers studying mutual grooming behavior between socially bonded animals have found that it serves a specific function at the end of high-activity periods. It reinforces the bond. It marks the other individual as part of the same unit. It is the social equivalent of a period at the end of a sentence. The day is done. We are still together. Everything is as it should be. That last lick before your dog closes their eyes is 15,000 years of co-evolution arriving at a quiet moment in your living room. It is the oldest thing they know how to say. And what it says is, "You are mine and I am yours, and today was enough." Think about how many of those licks you moved past without fully receiving them. The one this morning before you were awake enough to notice. The one when you came home and were already thinking about dinner. The one late at night that you felt without opening your eyes. Every single one of them was a complete sentence. A piece of a language your dog has been speaking to you since the first day they arrived. You did not miss the meaning because you were not paying attention. You missed it because nobody told you what you were listening to. Now you know. 6 layers. 1 lick. A language that has been running between dogs and humans for 15,000 years. Which layer surprised you most? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. Subscribe to Through Dog Eyes and hit the bell. Every week, we go deeper into what your dog is actually living. They deserve to be understood. So do you.